Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, let me tell you something. Life is too short to waste it on anger, too precious to give it away to people who don't deserve your peace. You see, anger is a thief. It sneaks into your mind, robs you of your joy, and before you know it, you're exhausted, drained because you let someone else control how you feel. Anger is not something that happens to you. It is something you allow to happen within you. The idea that another person has the power to make you angry is a lie that too many people believe. The truth is, nobody can force you to feel anything unless you give them that power. You are in control of your emotions, your reactions, and your peace. Think about it. Two people can go through the exact same situation, but one reacts with anger while the other remains calm. Why? Because one chose to let the situation dictate their emotions, while the other chose to control their response. If someone insults you, it's just words. If someone cuts you off in traffic, it's just an event. Neither of these things have any real power until you give it to them. People who get angry easily often believe their emotions are justified because someone else made them feel that way. But that is just an excuse to avoid responsibility. If someone pushes your buttons, it means you've given them access to control you. The question is, why would you ever let anyone else dictate how you feel? Your mind should be your fortress, your peace should be protected, and your emotions should be yours to command. There is great strength in being unshakable. When people realize they can't get a reaction out of you, they lose their ability to manipulate you. Anger makes you predictable, easy to provoke, and easy to control. But when you stay calm in situations that would normally make others explode, you hold the power. The world belongs to those who can control themselves, not those who are constantly reacting to everything around them. Some people test your patience on purpose. They want to get a reaction. They want to see you lose control, and the moment you do, they win. If you let anger take over, you give them exactly what they wanted. But when you remain calm, when you refuse to let their negativity affect you, they become powerless. Their insults, their disrespect, their attempts to provoke you, none of it matters because you did not give them permission to disturb your peace. This doesn't mean you ignore disrespect or injustice. It means you handle situations with intelligence instead of emotion. There's a difference between responding and reacting. A reaction is impulsive, emotional, and often destructive. A response is thoughtful, controlled, and powerful. When you respond instead of react, you take back control. Your peace is the most valuable thing you have. Once you allow someone to take it from you, you've given them something priceless for free. You work hard for success. You work hard for stability, so why not work just as hard to protect your inner peace? No one else can do it for you. If you wait for the world to change, if you wait for people to be kinder, if you wait for circumstances to be perfect, you'll always be frustrated. The world isn't going to change for you, but you can change how you move through it. The next time someone tries to make you angry, pause, ask yourself, do I really want to give them that power over me? More often than not, the answer will be no. When you refuse to let anger take control, you win. Because the moment you take back control of your emotions, you take back control of your life. Most of the time, when people act negatively toward you, whether they insult you, disrespect you, or try to bring you down, it has nothing to do with you and everything to do with them. People project their own pain, their own insecurities, and their own struggles onto others. But if you take everything personally, you will spend your whole life reacting to someone else's problems. Think about how much time and energy people waste being offended by things that weren't even meant to hurt them in the first place. Someone is rude and suddenly you feel attacked. Someone ignores you and you assume it's because they don't respect you. But did you ever stop to consider that maybe that person was dealing with something in their own life? Maybe that rude cashier just got bad news. Maybe that coworker who snapped at you is struggling with stress at home. Maybe the driver who cut you off isn't thinking about you at all. They're just in a rush. The reality is, most people are too caught up in their own world to be thinking about you as much as you think they are. But when you take everything personally, you turn their issues into your issues. You let their bad day become your bad day. And for what? If someone is having a hard time and they lash out, that's on them. You don't have to carry their burdens. Taking things personally is a form of self-importance. It's the belief that everything revolves around you, that every action someone takes is a reflection of how they feel about you. But the truth is, people are dealing with their own battles, their own insecurities, their own fears, their reactions, their negativity, their criticism. It's rarely about you. It's about what's happening inside of them. When you truly understand this, you stop reacting emotionally. You stop feeling disrespected over small things. You stop assuming the worst in people. And most importantly, you stop wasting your energy trying to defend yourself against something that was never really about you. Think about the people who are the most critical, the most judgmental, the most negative. Are they happy? Are they successful? No, because happy, successful, fulfilled people don't go around tearing others down. They don't have time for it. People who try to bring you down are often struggling themselves, and they're looking for someone else to carry that weight. But you don't have to take it. You don't have to pick up what they're trying to throw at you. Instead of reacting, try shifting your perspective. When someone insults you, instead of getting angry, ask yourself, what must they be going through to act this way? Instead of feeling offended, feel empathy. Because when you realize their behavior isn't about you, you free yourself from the need to respond with anger or hurt. You realize that their words don't define you, their negativity doesn't belong to you, and their problems are not your responsibility. This is not about letting people walk all over you. It's about choosing what's worth your energy. You don't have to engage in every argument. You don't have to explain yourself to people who are committed to misunderstanding you. You don't have to take on the emotions of people who haven't even taken the time to understand their own. When you stop making everything about you, you gain freedom. You gain peace. You gain the ability to walk through life without being weighed down by the negativity of others, and that right there is true power. Your mind is the control center of your life. Everything you feel, every reaction you have, every decision you make, it all starts in your mind. If you don't take control of it, the world will do it for you. People will push your buttons, situations will test you, and emotions will try to take over. But the strongest people in the world are not the ones who never face adversity. They're the ones who know how to master their mindset in the middle of it. Most people go through life reacting to whatever happens to them. If something good happens, they're happy. If something bad happens, they're angry or discouraged. They let circumstances dictate their emotions, never realizing that they have the power to choose how they respond. When you master your mindset, you stop being a puppet to external events. You stop giving away your peace every time something doesn't go your way. You stop letting people control you just because they know how to trigger a reaction. The first step to mastering your mindset is understanding that your thoughts create your reality. If you constantly tell yourself that life is unfair, that people are against you, that nothing ever goes right, then that's exactly what you will experience. But if you train your mind to see challenges as opportunities, to see negativity as a test of your self-control, and to see failure as a lesson, then suddenly nothing can truly defeat you. It's not because life is easier, it's because your mind is stronger. Most of the things people get angry or upset about are temporary. That rude comment someone made, that mistake at work, that frustrating moment in traffic, will any of it matter a year from now? Will it even matter a week from now? Probably not. But in the moment, people let these small things ruin their whole day. Why? Because they have not trained their mind to focus on the bigger picture. When you have a strong mindset, you don't let small things throw you off course. You don't waste your energy on things that don't deserve it. You stay locked in on what really matters. Another key to mastering your mindset is learning to pause before reacting. Most people are controlled by their emotions because they never stop to think before they respond. Someone says something disrespectful and immediately they snap back. Something goes wrong and instantly they panic. But when you train yourself to pause, take a breath, and think before you react, you take back control. You ask yourself, is this worth my energy? Will this help me or hurt me? What's the smartest way to handle this? And most of the time, you'll realize that staying calm is the best option. When you truly master your mindset, nothing can shake you. People will try to bring you down, but their words will have no power. Situations will challenge you, but your perspective will keep you strong. You will stop looking at life as something that happens to you and start seeing it as something you have control over. You will stop blaming others for your emotions and start taking responsibility for how you think and react. A weak mindset reacts. A strong mindset responds. A weak mindset focuses on problems. A strong mindset focuses on solutions. A weak mindset lets emotions take control. A strong mindset stays steady no matter what. The choice is yours. Train your mind, protect your peace, and never let anything outside of you control what's inside of you. That is true strength. Holding on to anger, resentment, or frustration is like carrying a heavy weight on your back. The longer you hold it, the more exhausted you become. But the moment you decide to let it go, you set yourself free. Too many people walk through life carrying burdens they don't need to carry. Memories of past arguments, grudges against people who have long since moved on. Bitterness about things they can't change. And all that weight, it doesn't hurt the person they're angry at. It only hurts them. Letting go doesn't mean you're weak. It doesn't mean you allow people to walk all over you. It means you are strong enough to rise above the negativity. You are wise enough to understand that peace is more valuable than proving a point. Some people hold on to anger because they think it gives them power, but in reality, it drains them. It keeps them stuck in the past, replaying old conversations, reliving old pain, and allowing someone else's actions to control their present. True power is in being able to move forward without that weight. Forgiveness is a part of letting go, but understand this, it's not about them, it's about you. Forgiving someone doesn't mean what they did was okay. It doesn't mean you forget. It means you refuse to let their actions keep hurting you. Because every time you replay the situation in your mind, every time you let the anger rise again, you are allowing them to steal another moment of your peace, and they don't deserve that. Some people don't want to let go because they believe their anger is justified. Maybe it is. Maybe what happened was unfair. Maybe someone betrayed you. Maybe you were treated wrongly. But what good does holding on to that anger do? Does it fix the past? Does it make the pain go away, or does it just keep you stuck in it? The hardest truth to accept is that life is not always fair. People will do things they shouldn't. Situations won't always go the way they should, but your peace, your happiness should never depend on other people doing the right thing, because sometimes they won't. And when that happens, you have two choices. Carry that pain with you or set it down and move forward. Letting go is a decision. It's waking up and choosing not to dwell on what you can't change. It's refusing to give negative people space in your mind. It's understanding that you don't need closure to move on. You just need the strength to say, this will not control me anymore. Sometimes you won't get an apology. Sometimes people won't understand how much they hurt you. That's okay. You don't need their validation to heal. Healing comes from within, not from someone else making things right. Letting go also means letting go of control. You can't control how people act. You can't control what happens in life. But you can always control how you respond. You can always control what you focus on. The more you focus on negativity, the more power it has over you. But when you choose to let it go, you take back your power. The strongest people in the world are not the ones who seek revenge, who hold grudges, or who stay bitter. The strongest people are the ones who can walk away, who can release the weight of resentment, and who can find peace even in the middle of chaos. Letting go isn't easy, but neither is carrying unnecessary pain. Choose your peace. Choose your freedom. Choose to let it go. Not every fight is worth your energy. Not every comment needs a response. Not every situation deserves your anger. The people who master their emotions, who stay calm under pressure, who know when to engage and when to walk away, those are the ones who win in life. You have to choose your battles wisely, because wasting your energy on the wrong ones will drain you, distract you, and keep you from focusing on what truly matters. There will always be people who test you, people who try to push your buttons, challenge your patience, or drag you into pointless arguments. But just because someone invites you into a battle doesn't mean you have to accept. Some battles are meant to be ignored. Some arguments don't deserve a response. Some negativity is better left unanswered. Maturity isn't about fighting every time you're provoked. It's about knowing when walking away is the smarter move. Ask yourself, will this matter a year from now? Will winning this argument actually improve my life? Will proving my point bring me peace, or will it just create more chaos? Too many people get caught up in proving themselves to people who don't even deserve their time. They waste hours, days, even years fighting battles that don't move them forward. Meanwhile, the people who truly succeed in life are the ones who focus on their goals, protect their energy, and refuse to be distracted by nonsense. Choosing your battles wisely also means knowing when to stand up for yourself and when to let things go. There are times when silence is power, and there are times when you must speak up. But even when you do, it should be from a place of strength, not emotion. A wise person doesn't argue just to argue. They don't waste time proving themselves to people who are committed to misunderstanding them. They speak when it matters, and they move on when it doesn't. There's an old saying, never wrestle with a pig, you both get dirty, but the pig likes it. Some people thrive on drama, on conflict, on negativity. They want you to engage, to react, to lower yourself to their level. But when you refuse to engage, when you stay above it, they lose their power over you. You don't have to attend every argument you're invited to. You don't have to fight battles that aren't worth your time. Your energy is limited. Every moment you spend fighting the wrong battles is a moment you could have spent building your future, strengthening your mind, and creating the life you want. So before you react, before you get pulled into another pointless conflict, stop and ask yourself, is this worth it? Is this moving me forward? Is this helping me become the person I want to be? If the answer is no, then walk away and protect your peace. Because true strength isn't in fighting every battle, it's in knowing which ones are worth your time. Self-control is the foundation of true strength. It's what separates those who are constantly reacting from those who are always in control. The ability to stay calm when everything around you is chaotic, to think before you speak, to resist the urge to lash out. That is power. It's easy to lose your temper, to let emotions take over, to respond with anger or frustration. But real strength is found in discipline. Real power is in restraint. Life will test you. People will test you. There will always be situations that try to pull you out of character, that challenge your patience, that push you to react. But when you develop unbreakable self-control, you become untouchable. You stop allowing external circumstances to dictate your internal peace. You stop giving people the ability to manipulate your emotions. Because the moment someone knows they can trigger you, they own you. They can control you like a puppet, pushing the right buttons and watching you dance. But when you refuse to react, when you master your emotions instead of letting them master you, you take back the power. Self-control isn't about suppressing your emotions, it's about managing them. It's about learning how to pause before reacting, how to breathe through frustration, how to recognize when an emotional response will only make things worse. Some of the biggest mistakes people make happen in moments of uncontrolled emotion. Words spoken in anger, decisions made out of frustration, actions taken in the heat of the moment. These things can cost you years of regret. But when you have self-control, you stop yourself before making those mistakes. You think before you act. You decide instead of just reacting. Developing self-control starts with awareness. Pay attention to your triggers. What makes you angry? What situations cause you to lose patience? What words or actions set you off? Once you identify these things, you can prepare for them. You can train yourself to respond differently. Instead of letting anger take over, you pause. Instead of snapping back, you remain calm. Instead of making emotional decisions, you choose the path that serves you best. Discipline is the key to self-control. It's not something you develop overnight, it's something you train like a muscle. The more you practice patience, the stronger it becomes. The more you resist the urge to react impulsively, the easier it gets. And over time, you become unshakable. No matter what happens, no matter what someone says or does, no matter how chaotic life gets, you remain in control. You decide how you respond. This doesn't mean you let people walk all over you. It doesn't mean you ignore disrespect or stay silent when you should speak up. It means you handle every situation with intelligence, not emotion. It means you pick your words carefully, you act with intention, and you refuse to let temporary emotions dictate permanent actions. The strongest people in the world are not the loudest. They are not the ones who explode in anger or react impulsively. They are the ones who stay steady under pressure, who keep their emotions in check, who move with purpose instead of impulse. That's the kind of power self-control gives you. When you master yourself, nothing and no one can control you. You own your mind, your actions, and your destiny. And that is true strength. Distractions are everywhere. There will always be people, situations, and emotions trying to pull you away from your purpose. But the most successful, the most unshakable people in the world are the ones who refuse to lose focus. They don't waste time on negativity. They don't get caught up in petty arguments. They don't let temporary emotions make them forget their long-term goals. They stay locked in no matter what happens around them. If you want to be unbothered by people, you have to keep your mind on your mission. When you are deeply focused on where you're going, you don't have time to react to every little thing. You don't have time to care about who said what, who doubted you, or who tried to bring you down. Because at the end of the day, none of that will help you move forward. And if it doesn't serve your growth, it doesn't deserve your energy. The problem is too many people get distracted by things that don't matter. They waste hours arguing with people who will never change. They hold grudges over things that won't matter a year from now. They let small inconveniences ruin their whole day. But if you're serious about your purpose, you can't afford to live like that. You have to be disciplined enough to stay focused. Every time something tries to steal your attention, ask yourself, is this worth my time? Is this helping me get closer to my goals? Or is this just a distraction? If it's a distraction, let it go. Staying focused on your purpose also means knowing your priorities. What are you working toward? What do you want to achieve? What kind of person do you want to become? When you have a clear vision, it becomes easier to ignore the nonsense. People who lack direction are the ones who get caught up in drama. They entertain negativity because they have nothing bigger to focus on. But when you have a purpose, when you are chasing something greater, you don't have time for anything that doesn't align with that vision. One of the biggest mistakes people make is letting emotions dictate their focus. They let frustration, anger, or insecurity pull them away from what really matters. But emotions come and go. Your purpose is bigger than a temporary feeling. There will be days when you don't feel like working, days when someone says something that upsets you, days when life doesn't go as planned. But discipline means showing up anyway. It means staying committed to the bigger picture no matter how you feel in the moment. Another key to staying focused is surrounding yourself with the right environment. If you're constantly around negativity, drama, or laziness, it will be harder to stay locked in on your goals. But if you surround yourself with people who are just as driven as you, who inspire you, who push you to be better, then staying focused becomes second nature. Your environment plays a huge role in your success. Choose it wisely. At the end of the day, your success depends on what you choose to focus on. You can focus on negativity or you can focus on growth. You can focus on proving people wrong or you can focus on proving yourself right. You can focus on distractions or you can focus on your future. The choice is yours. But remember this, every second you waste on something that doesn't serve your purpose is a second you'll never get back. Stay focused, stay disciplined, and keep moving forward. Let nothing and no one pull you off track. So my friends, here's the truth. Peace is a choice. Happiness is a choice. And every day you decide whether to let others control your emotions or to take control yourself. The world will test you. People will challenge you. But you are stronger than that. You are wiser than that. You are greater than any negativity that tries to come your way. So today, I challenge you, refuse to be shaken. Refuse to be bothered. Refuse to waste another second on things that don't serve you. Because the moment you take back control of your emotions, that's the moment you become unstoppable. Now go out there, stay unbothered, stay focused, and stay winning. The people you surround yourself with will either lift you higher or pull you down. Energy is contagious, and whether you realize it or not, the attitudes, habits, and mindsets of those around you shape your own. If you spend your time with negative, angry, or bitter people, that energy will seep into your life. But if you surround yourself with positivity, ambition, and strength, you will absorb that energy and become stronger yourself. Think about it. Have you ever walked into a room and immediately felt the tension? Have you ever been around someone whose negativity was so strong that it changed your entire mood? That's the power of energy, and if you allow yourself to be around the wrong energy for too long, it will poison your mindset. It will make you doubt yourself, make you more reactive, make you feel drained. Some people don't even realize that their constant stress, frustration, or unhappiness isn't coming from them. It's coming from the people they allow into their space. You have to be intentional about who and what you allow into your life. Pay attention to the people you interact with the most. Do they inspire you, push you, make you better? Or do they constantly complain, gossip, and focus on negativity? Because if someone is always negative, always looking for a problem, always dragging others down, then eventually that energy is going to affect you. And you don't have time for that. You don't have time to carry other people's negativity when you're focused on your own growth. This applies to more than just people. The content you consume, the conversations you engage in, the things you focus on, all of it affects your energy. If you're always watching the news, always scrolling through negativity online, always listening to conversations filled with gossip and complaints, don't be surprised when you start feeling drained and frustrated. Your mind is like a garden. Whatever you plant in it will grow. If you fill it with positivity, with motivation, with strong and uplifting energy, then that's what will take root. But if you constantly expose yourself to negativity, it will take over before you even realize it. One of the biggest keys to protecting your energy is learning how to walk away. Walk away from conversations that don't serve you. Walk away from people who drain you. Walk away from situations that pull you into negativity. This doesn't mean you have to be rude or cut people off without reason. It means you set boundaries. You decide what kind of energy you allow into your life. And if something or someone doesn't align with the mindset you're building, you distance yourself. At the same time, you have to be the kind of person you want to attract. If you want to be surrounded by positive, strong, motivated people, then you have to be that yourself. You have to put out the same energy you want to receive, because like attracts like. If you are constantly complaining, constantly angry, constantly focused on the negative, then those are the people you will attract. But if you carry yourself with strength, with peace, with ambition, you will naturally draw in people who match that energy. Your environment matters. Who you listen to matters. What you focus on matters. Protect your energy like it's your most valuable asset, because it is. When you surround yourself with positivity, you become unstoppable. You move through life with confidence, with peace, with focus, and most importantly, you stay in control of your own mind, your own emotions, and your own success.